Good morning. It's Jess Markowitz, your Independent Cincy Family Director, and I was thinking today about how important it is to leave the ball in your court when you are speaking with a new or potential customer, hostess, or even team member. Because, sorry, I'm always adjusting myself. Anyways, the idea is that it's so important to have business supplies on you with your information. When you first join, you hear about label, 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 label. Everything needs to be labeled because you want people to have easy access to your information. When they have their mind that they want to place an order, they have a gift to buy, they want to check out what this is all about, you want them to be able to just grab, your information and have it right in front of them. Because if they decide to, have to look for it, then it's likely they'll put the information, they'll get out of their head, start doing something else, and then out of sight, out of mind, and then they'll forget about it. And then possibly time will go by, and then they're in the crunch, and then they go to Bath and Body Works and buys lotion for their cousin for their birthday instead of buying from you. So why is it important to leave it in your court? Is because you have the power to connect with them and to follow up with them. Now, there's a couple reasons as well. Even though we give them our business cards, our catalogs, our flyers, samples, everything that they need in order to connect with us, unfortunately, life happens and people lose stuff. They left it at the Starbucks that they met you at by accident. It fell out of their car. It fell out of their purse. They can't find it in their purse because they don't have a Grace Adele bag that's nice and organized. There's so many reasons, and usually it's not because of you. It's not personal. It's not because they don't want to buy your product or host a party with you or join your team. It's because they lost your information. So leaving the ball in our court is so we have control of the situation. So if we don't hear from them in a week or a couple days or whenever they say they're going to contact you by, you can follow up with them and say, hey, I haven't heard from you. I know you were so excited about getting that Velada warmer and chocolate for your dad for Father's Day, and it's, a couple weeks away, so I wanted to make sure we got your order in before it was too late. And most people will be very thankful that you called them. You may hear, oh my gosh, I totally lost your information. Thank you so much for calling. Or I've been meaning to call you and just things keep happening and just, I keep forgetting. There's so many reasons why they haven't called you, and it's normally not because they don't want to. You got to think about your own situation. Have you ever wanted to call somebody, wanted to purchase something, wanted to connect with somebody, and it just didn't happen? It's not because you don't want to. It's just because things happen. I always say the example of, I'm about to make a phone call, and I'm calling, oh, I need that, whatever. And then all of a sudden, my daughter spills something in the bathroom, or in the kitchen, or wherever, and I have to go tend to that, and I completely forget about it. It's not because I don't want to do it. It's just I forget, and it's not the top of my list of priorities. Especially running a business, me ordering my mascara is not my priority. So it's up to the consultant to keep connecting with me in order to make sure that I have my husband's calling, and he's not going to stop calling. Hi, babe. I'm on videoing a recording right now. Can I call you right back? Okay, love you. I'll call you right back. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry, Mitch will not stop calling until I answer because he gets worried. So I know how to answer. But anyways, so how do we leave the ball in our court? There is amazing marketing tools that are available to us at our fingertips in our Cincy Family store, which you could purchase. This is the Cincy Family fragrance. This is the Velada notepads. And then I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Grace Adele consultant, so I can't see the family store, but there might be tablets as well. But if there isn't in your store for Grace Adele, on the Make It Happen Tools website, which is Becca Levi's website, you can print off your own slips that say Grace Adele, and it has all the same information. As well as you can print off the Velada and Cincy Family drawing slips from our Make It Happen Tools website, so you don't have to purchase these. But remember, it costs ink and paper, so you just kind of have to figure out what your budget is and what your time frame is printing them all out and having enough. I personally would rather just have, you know, a tablet full of just at my fingertips. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. But there are so many options, meaning having these in your hands, in your purse, in your car, everywhere you go is so important. So when you give them their information, you can say, you know what, go ahead and fill this out because I strive on giving good customer service, and since you're so interested, I know how things happen. You might lose my business card and you'll never be able to connect with me. So this is how I'm able to connect with you if I don't hear from you in a certain time frame, as well as if you fill out this little newsletter check right here, I can put you on my newsletter list. Excuse me. Alyssa, can you please stop screaming? Thank you. Sorry, I had the conversation. Like always, Mommy's going to be videotaping and she still continues to scream. Anyways, so make sure, you know, you just tell them, go ahead and fill this out, and you're going to get a monthly newsletter from me just once a month, and you're going to get all the new stuff that comes out because we have brand new stuff every single month and new host exclusives and just exciting things that I don't want you to miss out on if I'm not able to connect with you. And then you could always just email me and let me know, hey, Jess, that's the one that I want. I saw it on your newsletter. And then you can also, if you feel like a hesitation of like, oh, I don't want to give you my email, just say, you know what? And there's also an option for you to unsubscribe if for some reason you don't want the newsletter anymore. But this is a way so I can connect with you in case I don't hear from you. And a lot of, in my experience, is that most people don't connect with me is because they just lost my information. So I usually just follow up if I don't hear from you in a little while and just say, hey, you know, are you still interested? And you could let me know if you are or you're not. And that's just a way for me to give good customer service and make sure that I provide you the service that you deserve, and if you still are interested. And it's a very easy, you're giving them a way out if they don't want to be connected anymore, but then you have the ball in your court. You're able to mail them a follow-up card saying, hey, it was great to meet you. You're able to put them on your newsletter contact, and then again, you have the opportunity to keep in contact with them. Because remember, although our products are amazing and they're useful and they're consumable, people use them and buy them on a regular basis, it's not the top of their priority. So, I mean, yes, even the top of their priority is Mother's Day is on May 12th, and some people haven't even shopped for Mother's Day yet. They still let that be delayed on the bottom of their list, and the days keep just going by and closer and closer and closer. And so you will find that if you follow up with people when it's like a few days, a week until Mother's Day, they're going to actually thank you for calling them. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I haven't even realized that Mother's Day is in a week. Thank you so much for calling me, because I would have totally forgot and I've been meaning to call you. I mean, you will find the most amazing stories why people haven't called you. And it's not you. Most people don't follow up, or consultants don't follow up with their customers just because they're scared that they're bothering them. You're not bothering somebody that asked you to connect with them. And then second of all, you're not bothering somebody that is interested. I mean, you know if somebody's like, get out of my face, I don't want your product, then you don't call that person. But if they're like, oh my gosh, I love this, and yes, this would be great for my, use your common sense. You know if somebody is interested or not. And if they show and they say, yes, here's my information, they would not give you their information if they don't want you to call them. Okay? So just think of that. If you have it in your hands, that is the green light to give them a call and to not stop calling until you connect with them. And then a rule of thumb, if you haven't heard any of my other videos, usually it takes about 6 to 8 times to connect with somebody. I know that sounds like a lot, but basically, again, they hear your voicemail. Oh my gosh, I got to call that person back. Then something happens, and then they forget. It's not because they don't want to, it's just because they forget. So after you've connected and voicemail after voicemail, finally they're going to be like, oh my God, I got to call this poor girl back. I got to, she probably thinks I'm, ignoring her. So, or by the 6th, 8th time, I mean, it may take not even that long, but if it does, they may be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you finally connected with me. It's been crazy. And I have to tell you, on a training call I did a few months ago, or maybe a couple months ago, I finally connected with somebody after following up with her for over a year. No joke, a year. But I knew that she wanted to connect with me because that's what she was told. She told me that she wanted to get new products. She hadn't bought in a while. So I kept leaving voicemails, sending her reminder cards, text messaging her. And finally, after a year, I was in her home and she was smelling the new scents. And so it's all about consistency. It's not about getting it on the first try or getting an order on the first time you connect with somebody. It's about follow-ups and just continuing to create the relationship. Remember, they're also testing you. When you say, okay, Susan, I'm going to call you next Tuesday. What's a good time? Between 2 and 4. If you don't call between 2 and 4, what is that saying about your business? That you're not serious. And so they are not going to be serious about using you as a consultant. So if you call between 2 and 4 on Tuesday, but they forgot they said that, when you call, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, hi, I do remember you. Thank you. I would have totally forgotten about this. So, but then they're going to think, wow, I told her to call me between this time, so I'm going to listen to her or him. And, or they're going to say, you know what, thank you so much for calling between the time you said, but something came up. Is there any way you can call me between this time? And then again, if you call again, they're going to be like, this person is serious. They really want to help me. So let me go out of my way now to make sure that I connect with them and do what I was intending to do in the first place. They're just running a business. But remember, are you running a business? If you are, you're going to do those things. You're going to follow up and commit to what you've told your customer you're going to do. If you're not, and this is just a hobby, that's fine. But the thing is don't be trying to get new customers that you're not willing to follow up with. Let somebody else that is trying to make this a business follow up with that person. If you run into somebody that, happens to find out you're a consultant and they're interested, but you just don't have you prefer to not make the time to follow up with that person, pass that information on to somebody else. Get their information anyways. I mean, it takes 5 minutes and just say, you know what, I'm going to have somebody connect with you that, would be happy to give you great customer service that's on my team. Whether they're your downline or a Scentsy sister or brother. Because remember, there's people out there like me that's trying to make this a business. And I've made this a business by connecting with people. So whether you were one of those people that I followed up with, which you're probably saying, yep, she's right, or you just have never experienced that before. I promise you, once you experience it for the first time and you get that, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you called, you're going to realize that I'm not blowing smoke and I'm not just trying to make you guys follow up with people that are going to tell you no. You will get a no and you will get a lot of no's, but when you get that yes, it is going to feel so great and you never know where that yes is going to go. It could turn into 1,000 yeses from the people they introduce you to. Okay, everyone, remember, leave the ball in your court and make sure you let them know that it is simple to lose their information and make sure you get your information in their hand, but let them know that if I don't hear from you in a couple weeks, I will make sure that I will connect with you when I'm closing my next party so I can save you shipping. And they're going to be like, wow, she's actually given me, an option to save money. That is a really nice gesture. Have a great day. Make it sensational. Today's only May 2nd. It's the beginning of our summer incentive, which I hope you heard about. Click on the news tab and it tells you all about it. I also posted it to our group page. We can win a free trip to Mexico, Cancun, to our leadership program, which I have had to miss the last 2 years, and Mitch and I said we are not missing this year, but if I can get it for free, amen. Okay? Have a great day, and until our next video. Bye, everyone.